Josh Green here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by former interim world title challenger, Mr. Danny Dignum. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, very well, thanks.
Very well. And in the gym, important times coming up for you. Return against Denzel Bentley on the cards. Working towards that now. Huge opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. It's been a long time now. And I was just thinking about what I was going to do in boxing. Do you know what I mean? And thankfully, I was ticking over in the gym, and I was training for the marathon, so I was keeping myself nice and fit. You know what I mean? And nothing was happening, and I was accepting fights, and then for one reason or another, things wasn't happening. And I did have a sit down with Al, and I said, "Al, what do you think I should do?" And he said, "Whilst you're training for the marathon, stay ticking over because something might come up." And as luck would have it, I got a phone call off Lee saying about, "Would you fight Denzel Bentley?" I said, "No problem. Like, of course I would. It's a very good fight, and it's a fight that gets me right up for it." Do you know what I mean? Because I know Denzel Bentley is a very good fighter, and I know that for me to beat him, I've got to be on the top of my game. Do you know what I mean? So it gets me excited for training and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
These last 12 months, you sort of talked about it a bit there. They've been a bit stop-start. You had a couple of fights early last year, but it's coming up to a year, and since we've seen you out in the ring, what's it been like?
Yeah, I mean, it's been frustrating to tell you the truth, like because I train in Bromley, which is it's a long way from where I live. Do you know what I mean? And I've been turning up to the gym every day, training hard, sparring, whatever, doing what I've got to do. You know what I mean? Doing what I've got to do to fight. And for one reason or another, do you know what I mean? Fights wasn't happening. So but I was still standing in the gym, traveling over there, and that. Do you know what I mean? And it was hard trying to get a bit of motivation with nothing coming up. Do you know what I mean? So I'm pleased I've finally got a fight.
For yourself, having that focus on a fight and something to aim towards, is that really important for you when you're turning up day in, day out in the gym?
Yeah, it's good. That's what I needed a fight, and a fight like this against against Denzel. That's that's what I'm doing it for. Do you know what I mean? Like good fights. It's a good 50-50 fight. Do you know what I mean? So I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I'm up for this fight.
What was it like when you got that phone call to fight Denzel? You've been waiting for that phone to ring.
Yeah, I mean, I accepted probably three or four other fights last year, and they never happened. And Lee said, "Oh, there's a fight there with Denzel. Do you want it?" I said, "Of course I do. Like, I've been training for a year. I just pretty much want any fight. Do you know what I mean? Any good fight. And a fight with Denzel, like I mean, I can't speak for him, but for me, it's a must-win fight because I don't want to retire from boxing yet because I still feel like I've got a lot to give. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've not had the hardest of careers because of style wise and things like that. I mean, I've not took punishment throughout my whole career. Do you know what I mean? And I still feel like I've got a lot to give. So I must win this fight. I must win this fight to carry on with boxing. And
Did
I believe I will. I mean, it's going to be a hard fight because I rate Denzel highly. Do you know what I mean? His quality, but I've got to win this fight.
did retirement at all come into your mind during the time you were out of the ring?
Yeah, it did. I did have a chat with Al, like, and that's when he said like, Dan, well, train for the marathon. Whilst training for the marathon, come to the gym, and he said we'll talk about it after. So as luck would have it, probably 2 weeks after that conversation, Lee rang me with the fight. So I was ticking over in the gym. I was training for the marathon. I wasn't in a bad position. Do you know what I mean? And they give me a nice lot of notice. They give me like 9 weeks notice for this fight. So since then, I've just been getting my head down in the gym, strength work, track, everything.
Of course, Denzel took a loss late last year against Nathan Heaney. He was obviously a heavy favourite going into that one as
Yeah.
well. I'm sure you were watching. What did you make of that fight and Denzel's performance?
I don't think that was the best of Denzel. Do you know what I mean? But you got to give credit to Nathan Heaney for doing the job that he done. You know what I mean? I'm expecting a better Denzel on the night. Do you know what I mean? Against me. And I think there will be a better Denzel on the night against me. But yeah, listen, you can't take nothing away from Nathan Heaney. He done an unbelievable job. He done well.
How impressed have you been with his rise? Because Frank's obviously taken him from those small hall shows where he attracted big crowds, and now he's in a position where he's probably in a similar position to you. Really, he's got that British title, and he's sort of fighting to get nearer to a world title.
Yeah, listen, he's done well, hasn't he? Because like you said, he started on small hall shows, and now he's like selling 2, 3, 4,000 tickets in stadiums, and he's got the crowd behind him, and he's a good fighter. He's got the British title. He had a close fight at Brad Paul's. Yeah, got a good credit to him. He's a good fighter.
I was going to ask you about that fight with Brad Paul's. A lot of people had it going to Brad Paul. Some people had it the way of Nathan Heaney. How did you see it?
Do you know what? Not being ignorant, but I didn't watch it.
Huh?
I did watch it. I will watch it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've not watched it. I've heard a few different mixed opinions, and some say Nathan Heaney just nicked it. Some said Brad just nicked it. So it must have been a very good fight.
Fair enough. Fair enough. One thing that's on the lips of a lot of boxing fans at the moment is the 5v5 Matchroom versus Queensbury card. If you were going to pick a fight in the division at the moment, is there anything that would come to mind to make on that card for yourself?
What do you mean, like for me to fight someone?
Well, no, yeah, it could be yourself. Is there any Matchroom fighter you would like to face on that card?
I've not really thought about it. I'm just concentrating on Denzel Bentley at the minute.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. There's one fight that had been mentioned in Hamzah Sheeraz against Amo Williams. Hamzah, obviously a Queensbury fighter. You've watched his progress closely, I'm sure. How do you see that fight between Hamzah and Amo Williams?
I think that's a very good fight. I favour Hamzah to win, but I do think that is a genuine 50-50 fight. Do you know what I mean? And it's a fight that I look forward to watching.
What are Hamzah's main weapons out there? He was very destructive in his performance against Liam Williams.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no doubt about it. He must be asked to punch. He's a very good boxer. He's long. Uh, yeah, he's just a good fighter, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's a good fighter.
Is that some sort of way you can see yourself going if you get the win against Denzel Bentley? Are those sort of opportunities there for you?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Do you know what I mean? But a win over Denzel Bentley, I would love to fight Nathan Heaney for the British title. I'd love to win just like a meaningful, prestigious title, like the British title, and I'd be over the moon with that.
Nathan's been calling for a fight at the Stoke Stadium for a number of years now. Would you be the man to step in as the opponent at the stadium?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, I accepted a fight with Nathan Heaney, and for one reason or another, it never happened. But it's a fight that I'd take it in a second. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a couple more fighters and fights I'd like to quickly get your thoughts on. One being Tyler Denny against the returning Felix Cash. We don't know quite where that's going to land yet. We know it's going to be with Matchroom. How do you see that going? Both coming very different ways, haven't they, into boxing?
Yeah. I see Felix Cash winning that fight. Tyler Denny is a good fighter. Do you know what I mean? He's very slick southpaw. He's a good fighter. He's caused a few upsets, along the years and that. And I think it'd be a very good fight, but I'd favour Felix for that.
And the final fight I'd like to get your thoughts on. There's a couple of stories surrounding this. Chris Eubank Jr. A few weeks ago, names mentioned such as Terence Crawford, even Canelo linked with Chris Eubank Jr. Where would you like to see him go next?
I'd like to see him fight Danny Beck. I think that'd be a good fight. And I don't see the reason why he wouldn't want that fight, because Danny Beck's got 2 world titles. Probably an easy fight to make. Do you know what I mean? But because probably Danny Beck's might be struggling to get fights. I see on social media that he's calling out Lara and Carlos Adams or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's probably struggling to get fights. So I'd like to see Eubank versus Janibek.
You've been in the ring with Janibek. How do you think he would fare against someone like Eubank?
I'd favour Janibek, but obviously I do rate Eubank as well, especially after he beat Liam Smith the way he beat him last time round. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it'd be a good fight.
Eubank's sort of been in a position where he's sort of been unconvincing at that world level. He's never quite made that final step towards that world title. Do you still think at this point in his career he can claim that world title?
I don't see why he couldn't, but probably he's rather than going the world title route, he's probably just going the money route. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think, does he really want to win a world title, or does he just want to try and earn as much as possible? You know, I don't know.
All right, perfect. Really appreciate your time, Danny, and best of luck when the fight against Denzel rolls around.
Thank you. Thanks.